Holy shoot. I I went to go climb this hill and just all of a sudden there's all of these pillagers. That is the most terrifying sight I think I've ever seen. Oh my god, that scared the living daylights out of me. Um okay. So we have some pillagers to deal with. Oh my god. That sound is just insane. I'm gonna let them try to hit themselves for a little bit if they can. Oh my god. I'm just gonna run. Serpentine, serpentine. Dude, this is insane. Wait, please don't die. I actually might die here. No, wait, I don't want to die. You guys, get up, help me out. Wait. My dog's not gonna help me. Thank you. Oh, you guys are literally the best. Thank you so much. That was so. Look at me. I'm riddled with arrows. That was that was something. Oh, and they dropped the banner too. Cool. We're gonna hang this from here, even though it looks tacky and terrible. We're gonna have it. Um, I accidentally stripped this piece of wood. Oh, team, that was absolutely hilarious, actually. I want to show you guys enchantments. Enchantments are basically these abilities that you can put on either your armor or your tools. You can even do some interesting enchantments on your fishing rod or even your shears. Um, More onto the shears later because they're a little bit special. Now, how do we start enchantments? I actually don't know why I'm in this house because this doesn't have what we need in it anymore. So, what do we need for enchantments? Well, to start off, we actually need to upgrade our current tools because iron just won't do the trick. So, I'm going to make myself a diamond pickaxe, and we can make that using 3 diamonds, which, yes, is very expensive, but believe me, it's very well worth it. Whereas you can see this iron pickaxe only has 250 durability. This diamond pickaxe has over 1,500. It has 1,561 durability, which means we can break 1,561 blocks. Ooh, the sun's coming up. That's perfect. I didn't even sleep through last night. But there's one specific block that we're looking for, and I already have actually 1 block of it, but I need some more. So I'm back down in our mines, and I real quick want to show you something because I feel like I remember this being close to what we wanted. Um, I've explored a lot of this area down here actually, and I believe, oh, it's not, okay, I thought this was gonna be lava source blocks. It's not, but I wanted to show you that this is actually where I found this geode. Um, yeah, geodes are very beautiful, and I do want to make a farm out of this somehow. I also just love walking on it, the sound it makes. But I'm hoping I can go down further and... Oh, that's perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I found some lava source blocks, and specifically lava source blocks because lava and water both have a similar property to them where each of them has a source blocks and then will divot away from the source. Um, Unlike water, however, you can't have 2 source blocks going into each other to create another source block. That won't work. Lava's different like that. But one good thing about lava and water is that if you pour water on top of the lava, it will basically replace the lava block with what's called obsidian. Now you can actually see it didn't happen there because I didn't place it on top of a lava source block. I placed it on top of a lava divot. You can kind of get a better view of this when I do it this way. Since this is the channeling block and this is the source block, this will turn into cobblestone and that will turn into obsidian. And obsidian is actually what we're here for. We need 4 blocks of it. However, I do recommend getting a little bit more. I actually recommend getting about 10 blocks of it. So we're going to do that real quick. However, it does take a while to mine. It takes 15 seconds just with a normal diamond pickaxe to break, which is one of the more lengthier blocks, or one of the more lengthier break durations to break a block in this game. Now, I always recommend just putting a water source down here because lava can actually destroy blocks similarly to cactus. And if your obsidian falls down into lava, it will destroy itself. And after spending all that time mining it, I wouldn't want that to happen to me either. So I recommend putting some water down just for that scenario, because that almost happened there. Ooh, so 3.5 minutes later, we finally dug up enough obsidian for what I need it to do. And I'll actually probably just keep that water source down there. I can always pick up some more later. But yeah, let's head on out of here. So I was doing some off-camera mining, and actually I wanted to show this off because I have a feeling a lot of people get lost while mining, and I wanted to show you this trick, and it's this old, some lapis. It's this old trick from that I used to watch a lot of Captain Sparkles back in the day. And I remember specifically one of his episodes where he was doing like a jungle base. He got a comment on one of his episodes that said, always put your torches to the left side so that you always know the right way home, as in the torches will be on the right on your way home. And that instinctively I've started always doing that now. So now I've realized, like, oh, okay, well, I know exactly how to get home. You know, there's torches, they're a little bit sporadic, but, you know, if I'm generally going to the left of an area, that means I'm going away from my house. So I wanted to actually make a quick little thing here. I needed to do a pit stop just to get some diamonds, but I've collected a lot of stuff along the way, so it's been pretty good actually. But yeah, I'll meet you guys back up top. So for something that I want to make, I need a lot of logs, and specifically I need a lot of dark oak, and spruce logs. So there's actually a really good way of getting a lot of spruce logs really quickly. And that's, wow, it's just 9 saplings. If you actually plant spruce logs in a 4x4 pattern, or I'm sorry, a 2x2 pattern like that, they'll actually grow up into a massive spruce tree. There's only one downside to this, and actually I was trying to counteract the downside by putting them up a block, but you might have noticed actually it's a little, I planted this one a little too close. This already grew up and I cut it down. But yeah, when this grew up, it actually turned this dirt as well as the surrounding dirt around it into this, what's this called again? Oh, I don't remember. It's not podzol. Or maybe it is podzol. I think, yeah, this is podzol. I was thinking of mycelium. It turns into podzol, which is this brown looking grass block. Now this has the same properties of normal grass, and actually I didn't show this actually about how I made these paths. All I did was just right click on a grass or dirt block and it turns into a path. Similar thing goes with this, where it'll turn into a dirt block. I'm sorry, does it spread? I was under the impression it didn't spread, but this was a grass block, was it not? Am I going crazy? Oh god, that's why. Okay, look how tall this is. And actually, I literally just planted that. That's crazy. This thing just grew. Oh, I guess let's cut this one down. But yeah, you actually saw it firsthand. This will actually turn surrounding grass blocks into podzol. So if you don't like podzol, you might want to bump this up. I tried bumping it up 3 blocks. You might have to bump it up 4 or 5 blocks to not turn your surrounding thing into podzol. Now, what is the easiest way to cut down this whole tree? Because this is a behemoth of a tree. So how do we break this down? Well, what I like to do is I like to try to make a little corkscrew. So I'll make myself a little divot here, 3 blocks tall. Look at this block, break that one, and the one above it. Jump in here, break the one above that, and repeat. So you're kind of just making yourself a staircase up the tree. I like to call it your corkscrewing the tree. And I'm having a lot of weird visual glitches while I'm doing this, but yeah, we're gonna get it all the way up the tree. Oh, we're at the top. Wow, that did a number on my axe. I have 100 durability on it now, and yeah. Now that you're at the top, all you gotta do is just stand relatively at the center, break, and just kind of rotate your mouse, and you will very quickly just break through all of these blocks. And yeah, now that we're at the bottom, it's a little bit more solid because we didn't really corkscrew the ground too much. And I guess plant another batch. Yeah, I didn't realize just how much spruce you get from that. Because geez, yeah, I have close to 3 stacks of spruce on me right now. Kind of insane. I need a little bit more oak. I've made this farm over here for oak. Whoops. Yeah, you can see I did something similar with the oak saplings. I recently cut this all down and just didn't decide to pick up the saplings, so I don't have as many. But when these all grow up into trees, you'll just get this really thick, almost just like a log. And you could just break through the whole log, and it's one of the easier ways to get a lot of wood in the game. You won't get as many saplings as you normally do, but you know, that's the trade-off, and it'll be okay if, you know, you don't mind a little less sapling action. Ooh, up and at 'em. Alright, so I've cleared out this little area here, and there's something that I want to make. And, I've actually designed this in my creative world, so I generally kind of know what I want it to look like. And it actually, I'm using one of the more interesting properties of logs while trying to make this, and I want to show this to you actually real quick. So this may look kind of strange at first, but so I have my logs arranged in this pattern, and I've actually missed one. But there's a specific thing you can do with logs in this game. Actually, if you take a if you take your axe, sorry, I can barely speak, and you right click, you can actually strip every type of log in the game. So I have myself a couple oak logs, and I have myself a couple of dark oak logs, and I wanted to make this specific pattern actually because I thought it looked nice. Now it does look a little bit strange, but that's actually because I'm trying to save on blocks. But don't worry, once I have all the blocks in here, I think this thing's actually gonna look pretty cool. But you might have noticed it's actually what I did over here too, and I didn't actually finish it on this side because I wanted to show you these stripped logs and actually just how much of a difference that they make to your build. I really like the look of stripped logs. I really like the look of them as flooring too. So that's actually what I'm using here. I'm using normal dark oak here and stripped different kinds of logs over there. Now, I honestly thought I was going to be using a lot more logs than this for some reason. So, that's why I've been chopping down all those big spruce trees. But, you know, I guess having a couple more spruce trees on hand, it's not gonna hurt anybody. Yes. Okay, so now that I have my platform in order, what I want to show you is the start of enchanting. So we come down here, and now that I know exactly where everything's at, I can easily find what I need to. So I need 2 diamonds. I need 4 blocks of obsidian. Oh, and then I need a book, actually. I don't believe we've ever made a book, but don't worry, books are not hard to make, actually. What we need is some leather from a cow. I can't leave. This pen is so hard to leave. I'm gonna probably, I can't, wait, I can't see. Wait, no. Oh, I got out. I'm okay. Don't worry, I'm safe. I'm safe. So, yeah, we need some leather as well as some paper. And actually, if you remember, we made paper just the other day to make maps with. I'm actually just gonna fall asleep in here real quick. Yeah, I know, I haven't cleared out this area, but that's okay. But yes, we need some paper. So let me turn all this into paper. And what we can do is actually, with 3 pieces of paper and a leather, interestingly enough, you can put any of these anywhere in here at all. It doesn't matter at all. But 3 paper and 1 leather will get you a book, which is awesome. 1 book, 4 pieces of obsidian, and 2 diamonds. It's very expensive, I know, but don't worry, it'll be well worth it. Will get us an enchantment table. So how does an enchantment table work? Well, I actually brought over a barrel to put over here, actually. I think maybe, I don't know. I might move where this barrel's at. But an enchantment table actually needs some... Whoops. If we plop down this enchantment table, we can find in here a little GUI. And you can see there's actually a little slot for lapis. And that's actually because this thing requires lapis lazuli. Now, if we put in, say, an iron axe, or any of our tools, or armor, or potentially even our fishing rod too, we can potentially put some enchantments on it. I have to stop saying potentially. We're gonna do my iron axe right here. Now, you can see there's 1, 2, and 3. Each of these have different levels of enchantments to them. You can see if I put 1 lapis in, it'll light up 1. Same goes with 2 and 3. So you have these different enchantments on them. And sometimes they can be the same as, you know, level 1 and level 2 here are both efficiency 1, but level 3 is efficiency 2. Now, these numbers on the right mean you must have at least this level to be able to enchant. So I'm level 32. I'm well past level, 8. So I'm able to use this enchantment. I think I'm going to use 2 of my levels that I should mention. These also are the cost for the level 2. So if I'm going to select this second level, I'm going to go down to 30 levels and lose two of my levels for that. So we're going to do that. Get the achievement Enchanter, and now I have an efficiency 1 axe. So there's different kinds of enchantments you can have. You can have Unbreaking, you can have Efficiency, Silk Touch, and a bunch of others. Oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, I didn't know you could make them with vines. Oh, sorry, I got very distracted there for a second. Um, yeah, so you can efficiency unbreaking. Unbreaking makes it so that your tool will take, I believe, 3 times longer to break. Efficiency will make it so that when you cut down trees, you will cut them down faster. So comparably to, this, we have this now, which doesn't seem all that much faster, but that's only just because it's efficiency 1. It's only slightly faster than a normal axe would do it. Now, as you saw, this actually only has efficiency 1 and a breaking 1. But I don't want that. I want some better enchantments. Now, how do you get better enchantments on your gear? Well, that is, of course, with bookcases. Oh, maybe I can't make any yet, actually, but yes, you must surround your enchantment table with bookshelves. Now, I actually specifically marked this spot out with dirt just so I know where I wanted to place the bookshelves, but if you put 16 bookshelves around your enchantment table, you will be able to get the max enchantment that you can get, which is 30. That's actually why I've been breeding so many of these cows, is because I needed a lot of cows to be able to make all these books. So, we're gonna be right back. Oh, I just killed the sheep. No, that was the only sheep in here. um, whoops. I actually can't believe it. I don't, I didn't breed enough cows. I need 45 pieces of leather. Oh, wait, actually, hold up. I think, no, I took all my stuff out of this chest, actually. Maybe, it could be, they could be in here. Not in here, not in here, damn it. Material? Oh, I had just enough, actually, that's perfect. And I'm gonna put some of this beef on to cook, because, beef is really good. So inside of this barrel, we have everything that we need in order to make a fully maxed out enchantment table. So what you need is 45 pieces of leather, as well as 135 pieces of paper to make 45 books. And with all 15 stacks of these books, or the 3 stacks of 15 of the books. And with this, we now need 90 planks of wood. So if we do that, you can see we have exactly 15 stacks of everything. Perfect. Just enough for 15 bookshelves for me. Now, it does not matter. Let me rephrase that. It does matter how you put these bookshelves in. They have to be at least 1 block away from the enchantment table, because if they're any closer, they won't register. Alright, let's put in 5 different books, and you can actually see these particles coming from the books into the enchantment table. Now, when we actually look at it, we're getting slightly better equipment, but it's also costing us a little bit more. Or not so much so costing us, but the level requirement that's needed is actually a lot more. Now, yeah, now it's up to 18. We only put in, a little more than half of our bookshelves in. So let's slam the rest on in. Now, I have this specific pattern in mind. For me, boop and boop. I actually wanted to put another bookshelf here and here, even though it doesn't matter, because now I have... Oh? How did I mess this up, actually? So, I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't know what I did wrong there. Whoops. I thought I had everything correct, but I guess not. Yeah, no. I'm actually a little bit confused as to why that didn't work. So we'll just slap another enchantment table in and call it a day. This should give me 30, right? Yes, perfect. So now we have level 30 enchantments that this can give us. Now you can see, whereas before this would give us efficiency 2, now it's giving us efficiency 4, which is good, but the max efficiency you can get is efficiency 5. So maybe we don't want that. Although, actually, this has Silk Touch on it, which is very, very good, actually. And I'm really debating putting it on my thing right now. But, you know, as I said before, you can put different things on armor. So, like fire protection, there's also like blast protection. Actually, I believe there's 3 different kinds of protections: fire, blast, and normal protection. Fire and blast protection will reduce the amount of damage you take from the respective things by 30% per each armor on, up to, I believe, a max cap of 60. I might be wrong on that, actually. I don't remember the exact rules about that, but yes. So, enchantment table. So, as I've shown you earlier with, getting this level 1 enchantment, we can now get higher level of enchantments. This actually requires me to have 30 levels, which luckily I do. I have 31 levels. However, if I were to get this, I would take off 3 levels from myself. Now, what's something that I can do to stop this is how I mentioned that you needed 1 space between each block and the thing. Well, there's a reason for that. And actually, if I put down a couple torches and slam this on in, now it only requires me to have level 20, but the enchantments aren't as good. This is actually sometimes a good idea to try to do if you don't want good enchantments. However, I'm specifically looking for good enchantments right now, and actually, this Silk Touch that's appearing as level 2 is really tempting, and I kind of want it. I'm debating if I should get it. Alright, screw it. Oh, that's awesome. Well, not necessarily awesome, but it's cool. I have Silk Touch as well as a different enchantment. Now, I didn't roll for this enchantment, but through the luck of the draw, the enchantment table decided to enchant this with a second one, which is Efficiency 2. So now I can mine blocks a little bit faster. But what's really interesting about Silk Touch is that now we can actually break blocks and get that specific block. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, if I break this piece of grass, I get dirt. I don't get the grass block, I get the dirt block. However, if I use my Silk Touch diamond pickaxe on here now, I'll actually get the dirt block. I'm sorry, I'll get the grass block itself. It's not too useful on something like a pickaxe, but if you needed a lot of grass blocks, you could definitely put this on like a shovel, and you can get yourself a lot of grass blocks really quickly. Now, another thing we can look at is getting stone. Suddenly we're not getting cobblestone anymore, we're getting normal stone, which is good and it's bad. I mean, I prefer the texture of normal stone compared to stone, or compared to cobblestone, but cobblestone has its merits, You can't make a furnace with normal stone. You can make a furnace with cobblestone, though. So there are times when you might want a Silk Touch pickaxe, and there are times when you might just want a normal pickaxe. So there's one pretty cool thing that you can do in addition to enchanting that also uses your levels. I'm gonna pop these in here real quick. I've been fishing for a little while. I actually got some pretty decent loot. Another fishing rod with Luck of the Sea, mending. This is my original one. Then I actually got some bows, which are really good bows, actually. Mending, power 4, unbreaking 3, mending, and flame. Power 4 and flame. That's kind of awesome, actually. And we're actually going to be using those in just a second. But first, I wanted to show you guys something. So there is an expensive thing that you can do. Do I actually have enough iron for it? I might not actually, because you need 3 blocks of iron for it. Oh, we have plenty. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can craft blocks of iron similar to how you can craft blocks of copper or blocks of gold, which are pretty useful for the future, but with 3 blocks of iron, which is 27 iron, and then 4 more bits of iron, adding up to a total of, sorry, what did I say? 27 plus 4. adding up to a total of 31 iron, we can make ourselves an anvil. Now, anvils are very expensive, and they actually have a durability to them that they can break. But something we can do is if we pop it down, I'm just going to pop it next to the enchantment table just because it has a similar functionality. Ish. That's a very, very big ish, actually. Is that if I... Oh, hold up, I need leather. Something else you can do with the enchantment table is you're actually able to enchant books. So, you know, I can have Power 4, Bane of Arthropods 2, and Bane of Arthropods 1. Let's do Bane of Arthropods 2 just for the example of it. And now we have an enchanted book that just has Bane of Arthropods 2 on it. Bane of Arthropods is actually a... Oh, I have the iron on me. Is actually an enchantment that normally goes on a sword. And I haven't used a sword in this playthrough, and that's mostly because an axe will deal more damage. See, that has 6. This does 9 damage. An axe is more damage. However, a sword will be able to swipe faster. So, you know, there's different kinds of trade-offs for each, but I'll show you this for now. So we enchanted our book over here for 2 levels, and then we can come over here, put our our iron sword and our Bane of Arthropods book in here, and we can actually enchant our sword with Bane of Arthropods. I'm actually not going to do that because I feel like that's a waste of levels, but what I can show you is you can also rename your tools in here. So, sword of what's a good name for it? Aragon Killer. There we go. So we can actually enchant this, and with an additional level cost, we can rename our tool to Aragon Killer. Something that we might think about doing with our pickaxe W. But I'm not going to do that quite yet because I feel like that's a little bit of a waste of levels. What I actually really want to do is make the best type of bow and the best type of fishing rod that I can. For you see, you can combine items in this. If you combine, for instance, this fishing rod, which has Luck of the Sea 2, and Mending with this fishing rod, which also has Luck of the Sea 2, we can get Mending and Luck of the Sea 3 right here, making this instinctively a better fishing rod. Now, one thing to keep in mind is this actually was going to cost us 14 levels. It's not that it's going to take, or it's not similar to an enchanting table, where it will only take, like, you know, 3 at most. This will take 14 levels to do. What I recommend doing, actually, is swapping the placement of these just to see if it's cheaper. And in this case, it's actually more expensive just for the same exact outcome. So I'm going to swap these back. And to hell with it, why don't we rename it? All Reliable. There we go. We have All Reliable with us with Mending and Luck the Sea 3. Pretty good if I do say so myself. Now what we can do is we have a bow with Flame and Power 4 and this with Power 4 as well. Now I'm going to combine these together to get Power 5. We're going to do the same trick here actually. This is going to cost us 11. That's going to cost us 21. So it doesn't make too much sense to do that actually. Let's just pop it in here. And what do we feel like naming our bow? 2 shot, 1 kill. I like that name. 2 shot, 1 kill. So there we go. This has Power 5, Unbreaking 3, Mending, and Flame, making this a really good bow actually. This bow has the similar properties to All Reliable over here, where it has Mending, so if we collect experience points, and this is actively either in our hand or in our offhand, the experience collected will refill this durability. So if I start fishing, I might actually put my bow in my offhand and my fishing rod in my normal hand. That way when I get a fish, woo, there we go, my bow will actually get some of its durability back. So 145. I don't actually remember what it was at before, but yeah. So that's a really good way of combining items that you want to make better. So now we have a pretty good bow, and now all we need is some arrows, which luckily I have 32. I have a decent amount of them. And if you were curious how to actually craft a bow for yourself, if you know you haven't gone fishing or haven't gotten lucky with fishing, you need 3 sticks and 3 pieces of string and you'll get yourself a normal bow. Luckily, I don't really need a normal bow for myself because now I have 2 shot 1 kill. But I still feel like that's good to mention nevertheless. One of the main downsides of anvils, other than the fact that they break, and actually I might fix this path up a little bit. I don't like how just kind of blocky it is. Like, I do like how blocky it is, but I feel like it was too blocky. Anyway. Other than the fact that the anvil will break after a couple uses, the other downside is that it just eats through your levels. I was at 31 levels before this started, now I'm at 4. So that kind of just goes to show you just how many levels you're using on this thing, and how you should probably start saving up your levels earlier on in the game so that you can have some pretty decent tools now. And with that, the sun goes down into the distance and another episode is done and dusted. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate your support and continuation of watching this series. I'm having a lot of fun making it, so I hope you're having a lot of fun watching it and learning with me. But anyways, I hope you all enjoy your day, have a good dinner, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. If you like the video, you know, hitting that like button would help me out a lot. And if you really enjoyed it and want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I don't know who wants to see more of me, but it does. I like the idea of it. that doesn't make sense, and it just makes it sound a little bit creepy. Anyway, bye.